fresh. Yes, students. Now we will discuss the question from ICI material on chapter 4. Come at the end of the chapter. If you guys have the material, you can refer to it also. It will be useful. First, we'll solve with MCQ question. First question. Fixed overhead costs are not affected in monetary terms during a given period by a change in output. But this statement holds good provided increase in output is not substantial, increase in output is substantial, both A and B, none of the above. Guys, actually fixed cost in total will not change. But sir, will it remain forever same? No. For example, assume my capacity is 1 lakh. If I am producing up to 1 lakh units, fixed cost will remain same. If I produce beyond 1 lakh, then what, sir? Fixed cost will increase. Fixed cost will increase. Yes, sir. So, if the increase is not substantial, then I can expect that my fixed cost will remain same, guys. My fixed cost will remain same. Sir, what if it changes substantially, sir? That means substantial increase is there. My output increased from 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 2 lakh 50. Can I expect my fixed cost would be remaining same? No, because I have to increase my capacity also now. I have to get a new machinery, I have to get a new building to produce more and more units. So in that case, fixed cost will change. But guys, I have mentioned in the class also, until and unless specifically given in the question, you always assume fixed cost will remain same. Last year it was 1 lakh. Nothing is informed about the change. What do you assume for the current year? 1 lakh. Last month it was 2 lakh. How much will you assume for the current month? 2 lakh. If they themselves consider that or give it in the question that 10% increase is there, 20% increase is there, then accordingly take it. Okay, so next. Dash is the capacity is defined as actually utilized capacity of a plant. That dash capacity is your actual utilized capacity, guys. Theoretical, installed, practical, normal. Actually, actual capacity is the one we have used. But here, actual capacity is not given in the option. So, which is nearer to it? Practical. Because while calculating practical capacity, we would have already reduced normal ideal capacity as well as abnormal ideal capacity. But practical capacity is more of estimation, but still actual capacity is not given in the option. So, which is nearer to it? Practical capacity. So, that is why we have taken that. Third, the allotment of all items of cost to cost center or cost unit is called overhead absorption, cost apportionment, cost allocation, none of the above. Cost allocation, guys. Cost allocation. Primary packing cost is a part of direct material cost, production cost, selling overhead, distribution overhead. Production cost, guys. Next, coming to director's remuneration and expenses form part of production overhead, administrative overhead, selling overhead, distribution overhead. They all are part of administration. So it will be an administrative overhead, guys. Sixth one. Which of the following is not the classification of overhead based on its functionality? We guys, what they have asked is which is not clear. Yes. So what are those? Factory overhead, administrative overhead, fixed overhead, selling overhead. Guys, factory, administrative, selling overhead is classification based on function, whereas fixed overhead is based on behavior or variability. Yes. So this is the odd man out here. Seventh one, bad debt is an example of. Guys, for bad debt, we have two different opinions. One is, sir, we will not at all consider in cost accounts. Another one is, you can consider it as what? Selling overhead. So here, when the question is on that, no, none of the option is out of cost accounts. Clear? So you have to choose whom? Distribution overhead, production overhead, selling overhead, administrative overhead. So out of the given, which one will you choose? Selling. Next, eighth one. Normal capacity of a plant refers to the difference between, guys, first of all, what is normal capacity? What is normal capacity? Maximum capacity or installed capacity minus normal ideal capacity will give you what? Normal capacity. If you reduce abnormal ideal capacity from this, you get actual capacity. Correct. Now what they are asking, normal capacity of a plant refers to a difference between what? So if they ask me, the option should have been maximum or installed capacity and normal ideal capacity. Clear? So when I find out the difference between this, what do I get? Normal capacity. Let us see what they are given in the option. Maximum capacity and practical capacity. No, it is not correct. Why, sir? Because while calculating practical capacity, I would have reduced even abnormal part on the basis of estimation. Next, practical capacity and normal capacity. Practical capacity and normal capacity are actually not directly comparable. Why, sir? Normal capacity means, sir, installed minus normal ideal capacity. Minus normal ideal capacity. Practical capacity means, or on a basis of estimation, I would have considered normal as well as abnormal ideal capacity. Normally, we will take practical capacity as 70 to 80% of what? Installed capacity. Even this is wrong. C. Practical capacity and estimated ideal capacity as revealed by long-term sales trend. Okay, let us see. Next, maximum capacity and actual capacity. Guys, the difference between maximum capacity and ideal actual capacity is normal as well as abnormal. Both we will reduce. Both we will reduce. That means this is also wrong, sir. Yes. So out of the given, guys, out of the given, which is correct, sir? C. But in my opinion, that is also not correct statement. It is also not 100% correct statement. Why, sir? Because normal capacity should be the difference between maximum capacity and normal idle capacity. But somewhere the statement is not 100% correct here, but still out of the given, we are choosing C. Because A, B and D for sure is not the answer. What is C? Practical capacity and estimated ideal capacity. Ideal capacity as revealed by what? Long-term sales trends. Clear? So this is what we are choosing out of the given. Okay, so practical capacity, hope you guys remember. What is practical capacity? Practical capacity, I would have taken like 80% or maybe 85% of what? Installed capacity. That means remaining the 20 or 15% is what, sir? Ideal capacity, guys. Ideal capacity. Yes, so. Ninth one. The difference between actual factory overhead and observed factory overhead will be usually at a minimum level, provided predetermined overhead rate is based on maximum capacity, direct labor hours, machine hours, normal capacity. So, the under-absorption or over-absorption would be minimum at what point, guys? If you are considering normal capacity while determining predetermined overhead rate. Because normal ideal capacity, you already know, you have an idea, you know that it is unavoidable. Consider that while fixing the predetermined overhead rate. If you don't consider, then under-absorption or over-absorption would be more. The amount of under-absorption or over-absorption would be more, guys. Yes. 10th one. Which of the following overhead costs may not be apportioned on the basis of direct wages? Means, for which will you not use direct wages as a basis, guys? Please be careful. They have asked may not be in the. Students, when questions are asked like this, you will get confused. You will tend to get confused. Some people will understand it as may be apportionment. Clear, but what they have asked is may not be. Okay. Workers' holiday pay, perquisite to workers, ESI contribution, managerial salary. Guys, these three will be paid to the workers who are engaged in production? Yes. Whereas the last one is like odd one out. We are paying it to whom? The people who are engaged in administration. Clear? Yes. So for this, the suitable might not be direct wages because direct wages is the one which we will pay for whom? The workers who are engaged in production. So this three also can we pay for them? Yes. But managerial salary, are we paying to the direct workers? No, no, no. So that is why out of the given, the odd one out is D, guys. Yes. This is all about the multiple choice question. Theoretical, you guys can just go through it. Now coming to practical problems. Good number of questions are there. We'll discuss each one of them, guys. So please be attentive. One by one. First one. The ABC company has the following account balances and distribution of direct charges on 31st March. 31st March. That means I can tell the data is given for a year, sir. Okay. Production department, machine shop, packing, service department, general plant, and stores and maintenance. So totally 4 departments are there. 2 production, 2 service. Allocated overheads, guys, already they have given how much for each department. We need not do anything. Straight away take it. Sir, superintendent salary and cost and payroll salary is given for only General plant, sir. What about others? Maybe there are not workers there. Okay, this we have incurred only for general plant department, guys. You need not worry. All these are straight away allocation. What do we call this overheads as, guys? Specific overheads. Very good. Already done, sir. We need not do anything. Maybe we need to just add it up. That's all. Overheads to be apportioned. What do we call this overheads, guys? General or common overheads. Very good. Power, rent, fuel and heat, insurance, trade license fee, depreciation. Okay, sir. The following data were compiled by means of factory survey made in the previous year. So for 4 departments, they have given various bases, guys. Okay, what are those? Floor area in floor space in square feet. Radiator sections. Radiator section, we normally use it for fuel and heat, guys. Fuel and heat. Okay. Number of employees. Investment. HP hours. That is horse power hours. Okay, sir. All these are not expenses. We will use it as a what? Basis. Basis for what? Apportionment of general or common overheads, guys. Okay, so now coming to the question part, requirement. Before that also they have given few things. Expenses charged to stores and maintenance department are to be distributed to other departments by the following percentages. Okay. Whatever is relating to stores department is there now. Whatever at the end of primary distribution. At the end of primary distribution, we have done allocation, we have done apportionment. How should we reapportion service department cost to production department? They are giving some pattern. Stores and maintenance, how do we distribute it? Machine shop 50%, packaging 20%, general plant 30%. That means stores and maintenance is giving services to production as well as one service department. Okay, sir. General plant overheads is to be distributed on the basis of number of employees. Number of employees. It is given here. Okay. Here, whatever they have given is about secondary distribution. Secondary distribution, guys. Okay. So prepare an overhead distribution statement. Distribution of service department's expense to production department, guys. In simple, they have asked. This is nothing but primary distribution. This is nothing but secondary distribution. Let us see. Yeah. Overhead distribution statement. Whatever they have asked, give that only as an 18. Sir, can I write it as primary distribution also? Yes, maybe in the bracket you can mention primary distribution of overheads. Okay, allocated expenses straight away take it, guys. Nothing I find in this. Whatever is given in the question, copy paste. Just copy paste. Okay, sir. We got total allocated overheads. For that, we are adding apportioned expenses for which a separate note has been done. Separate calculation has been done. Here they have given it as schedule of apportioned expenses. This is for general overhead or common overhead tax. Okay. First one, power. Power. We are taking what as a basis? HP hours. Correct. All this we have already done. Nothing new. You can see same expenses again and again will repeat. In the exam, you need not worry. What should I use as a basis and because almost everything we would have covered. Almost everything in one or the other question we would have covered. Still not many questions are there. Don't worry. HP hours. Okay. What is the total amount, sir? 8,000. I have to apportion on the what ratio, sir? 7 is to 1 is to 0 is to 2. Better mention that or else you will commit a mistake. Sir, why 0? General plant is not using any HP hours. HP hours. You can see. I will just show you. One second. One second. You can see for general plant there is no HP hours. That means they are not using machine maybe. They are not using machine maybe. Okay, stop. Chalo, we'll go back to the solution. Yeah, second one coming to the rent. Rent is how much, sir? Total expenditure is 12,000. Total expenditure is 12,000. So this will be apportioned based on what? Floor space, guys. Floor space. What is the ratio, sir? 5 is to 2 is to 1 is to 4. As all everyone are using the floor space. Then coming to fuel and heat, I told you radiator sections is a apportion, ratio of apportionment. Yes, sir. Which is 3 is to 6 is to 2 is to 4. Okay, 6,000 has to be apportioned in that ratio. Guys, you can do it now. This one all we have already done. I need not explain how will you get individual amounts. 6,000 into 3 by, what is the total? 12, 15. So 3 by 15. Then whatever you get is 1200. Divided by 3 into 6. You will get 2400. Divided by 6 into 2. You will get 800. Divided by 2 into 4. 1600. Tuck, 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 tuck. Calculation has to go like that only. Clear? Whatever amount you have got, divided by into next basis. Okay, sir. Insurance based on investment, guys. What asset they are not given? They just mention investment, insurance, so trade license, so depreciation. All three you take on. Okay, maybe asset investment or whatever. Normally they are not given the name because they will give value of the asset, value of the machines and all. But here they just mention it as investment. Use that as a ratio to apportion all these three costs. All these three costs. Now department wise, have we got the amounts? Yes, 77,720, 25,800, 2,830, 22,650. This is apportioned amount. This is the apportioned amount which I am bringing to the main answer. Main answer. Now add up both. What do you get? Secondary distribution. Sorry, primary distribution is end. We have to take this to the secondary distribution. This is the end of primary distribution. We have got the cost for service department as well as production department. Now we have to reapportion service department cost to production department. Sir, in what pattern? They have only given. They have only given last two paragraph in the question banks. You can see this two paragraph, whatever is there, two liners, is about reapportionment. What have they given? Let me read it once again. It's okay. Expenses charged to stores and maintenance department are to be distributed to other department. So whatever is the expenses of stores and maintenance at the end of primary distribution, we have to distribute it to or reapportion it to remaining three departments. In what ratio? Machine shop 50, packaging 20, general plant 30. Okay, sir. Then coming to general plant. Sir, how will we redistribute it? Here they are given. General plant overheads is to be distributed on the basis of number of employees. But take number of employees only for remaining three departments. Don't take it for general plant also. Don't allocate general plant cost to general plant. Clear? Sir, number of employees are there, sir. Yes, but take only 20 is to 10 is to 5. Clear? Yes. Sure. Now going to the solution, we'll see the secondary distribution. Yeah. Distribution of service department expenses, which is nothing but secondary distribution. Total expenses as per primary distribution, guys. Take as it is. 83,920, 30,500, 20, 30. Yes, sir. So they have taken production department first. Yeah, sir, can I interchange the position for secondary distribution? Can I take service department first and then production department? Yes, I would suggest that. I would suggest it, but there is no hard and fast rule. Sir, should I do like this only, do that only, this column only should come first, second, and all? No, guys. Here, yes. So it is better for secondary distribution. Better you place service department first and then production department. Oh. Sure. So we are taking whatever we have got in first step here straight away. Then distribution of stores and maintenance department. Guys, is one service department giving services to another service department as well as receiving it? Yes. What do we call it as? Reciprocal service. In case of reciprocal service, we have three methods with us. Yes, we can follow either simultaneous equation, repeated distribution, or trial and error. If question is silent, which one will you follow? Repeated distribution. Repeated distribution, guys. Okay, now? Yes. Sir, what is the percentages? They only given now. Why to worry? Okay. So, what is the cost of stores department? First I am taking that. 30,000. I will apportion in what ratio, guys? 5 is to 2 is to 3. Please be careful. Look at the column name and then decide the ratio here. Percentage is given. That percentage might be given in a different order and you might have taken the columns in different order. Clear? So when you are writing here, please write it in the column order wise, guys. Column order wise, so that you will not do mistake while calculating. Fine. 5 is to 2 is to 3. 5 for whom? Machine shop. That is 50%. 30,000 into 50%. 15,000. 30,000 into 20%, 6,000. 30,000 into 30%, 9,000. We did it, sir. Is this the end? No. Now general plant has got 29,000. That is 20 plus 9. So what should I do now? Redistribute it to machine shop, packing and stores and maintenance. In what ratio, sir? 4 is to 2 is to 1. What is this? Number of employees. Please take it in the order of machine, packing and stores, guys. That is 4 is to 2 is to 1. Number of employees. Number of employees. Okay, so do it. 29,000 into 4 by 7. 16,571. 29,000 into 2 by 7. 8286. There only you can do. Divided by 2 into 1. 4143. Now, did stores department receive anything now? Yes, sir. They have received from machine plant. What is that? General plant. General plant. Okay, sir. Next step, I am redistributing it. So 4,143 has to be distributed in 5 is to 2 is to 3 ratio. So 4143 into 50% comes to 2072 into 20% comes to 829 into 30% comes to 1242. Okay, sir. Now I have to redistribute 1242. In what ratio, sir? 4 is to 2 is to 1. Between whom, sir? Machine, packaging and stores and maintenance guys. Now again stores and maintenance received 177, which I will redistribute it. In what ratio, sir? 5 is to 2 is to 3 or 50, 20, 30 percentage. Okay, sir. Now again our general plant received 53. In the next step, I will redistribute it. In what ratio? 4 is to 2 is to 1 ratio. So which comes to 177 into 4 by 7 divided by 4 into 2, 18. Divided by 2 into 1, you will get some number, but still as it is nearer to 1, close it up. How much you will get actually? Huh? 177 into 1 by 7. 7 point 57. 7.57 or 8 I can consider. But here itself they have stopped because even if you do one more step, you can do, but avoid it. They have rounded up. I will tell you. How to do it, I will tell you. Sir, here they have got 8, but they have stopped there only by giving 0. Why? Because next step we have to redistribute 8 rupees. We have to redistribute 8 rupees. So I have told you when it is close to 1 or 0 also stop it. So close to 1 means 8. See any number which is going close to 1. Okay, it need not be 1.2, 1.3, anything. Clear? Because next step should not become decimal. Next step should not become decimal. Sir, here can I do one more step and then close it? That is also fine. Clear? But here they have stopped it at this point only. Fine, you guys also can follow the same guys. Because listen. Shh. Next step, if I distribute 8 in 50, 20, 30 ratio, take it. How much it will be? 8 into, especially 20% you take. 8 into 20%. You will get 1 point something, 1.6. Correct answer. Again, we have to redistribute it. Yes. So either you can stop at this point or maximum one more step. Maximum one more step. Not beyond that. Not beyond that. Okay, sir. Now, sir, as they have closed here only, we got 8. So now that 8 we have to interject here because we are writing 0. So we have to interject here itself, sir. So how is it, sir? Simple. 53 into 4 by 6 you take. How much you get? 35.33. But they have made it as 35. Okay. Next 53 into 2 by 6 equals 17 point something 18. Hope you understood. Means they have ignored that 1 year. They have ignored that 1. Because when I am writing 0 here, first calculate for that. Sir, nearer to 1, sir. Nearer to 0, sir. Yeah, 8 almost near now. Yes, sir. So can I ignore it, sir? Yes. When you take it as 0, then even ignore that ratio. Even ignore that ratio. So try to fill it up here. Try to fill it up here. Guys, if you try to take 4 by 7, 2 by 7 also, you will get near, but not the exact answer. Because the total of these two has to match with 53. Has to match with 53. Hope you understood. Clear? Yes. And all these are the decisions which you have to make at the moment there. Okay, because same numbers will not come in the exam. Clear? Again, I am telling you, sir, can I do one more step, sir, here? Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Means 8 can I fill it here, and whatever number I get for these two departments can I put and again redistribute 8 for one more step? Yes, but stop it there. Don't go beyond that. Don't go beyond it. But ICA felt no, ayo adu beda, waste. Okay, so let us stop it here only. This is also fine, sir? Yes. When they are only giving, that means we can consider it as acceptable. Is that clear? Let us move to the next question. Question number 2. Modern Manufacturers Limited has 3 production department P1, P2, P3 and 2 service department S1 and S2. Details pertaining to which are as under P1, P2, P3, S1, S3. Okay, totally 3 production department, 2 service department. Okay, sir. Direct wages, guys, direct wages is given. Please observe, this is an important move, adjustment. Direct wages for P1, 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 P2, P3 is what? Is it a part of overheads? Is it a part of overheads? No. Question obviously will be on distribution of overheads. Should we take it? No, sir. Ignore it. But they have given direct wages for service departments. Is it direct in nature or part of overheads? Part of overhead. Sir, what are you teaching, sir? Direct is given, no, sir. Why? Guys, for service department, there won't be anything called direct. Even if they give, consider it as a part of what? Overheads. Clear? Direct material cost, direct wages cost. If I am a manufacturer, it will be only for production department. And for production departments, if they have given direct wages or even direct material, should we consider it in our overhead distribution? No, we should not. We should ignore it. But if they have given it for service department, should we take it? Yes, we have to take it. One important thing, because guys, this will be the first step in your answer. If you go wrong here, entire answer will go for a toss. Clear? So please be careful with this. Working hours. 3070. Okay, they are given only for production departments. Maybe at the end they will ask us to calculate something per hour. Recovery rate per hour. Okay. Value of machines they are given. Maybe for apportionment. HP of machines, light points, floor space. Guys, all this will be for apportionment basis. The following figures extracted from the accounting records are relevant. Rent and rates, general lighting, indirect wages, power, depreciation on machine, sundries. What is this, guys? Common overhead or general overhead. What are we supposed to do with this? Apportionment. For that, they have also given basis. We have to select the most suitable. The expenses of service department are allocated as under. S1 is giving services to who and all and how much? For P1, 20%, P2, 30%, P3, 40%, and S2, 10%. S2 giving services to P1, 40%, P2, 20%, P3, 30%, S1, 10%. Can I call it as reciprocal services? You can see they both are giving as well as receiving from each other. Giving as well as receiving from each other. Guys, when it is like this, when they are secondary distribution, check are they mentioning the method. If they mention the method, you are supposed to follow strictly that method. No, sir, they didn't mention. That means it is your choice. Which is the easiest one? Go with the repeated distribution. Go with repeated distribution. No, sir, I can do simultaneous equation. Do it. You will get same answer only. End result will be same only. Clear? I suggest go with repeated distribution. Even ICA is also giving suggested answer repeated distribution only. That would be better because that will save time for you. No, sir, I can follow simultaneous trial and error means that is your choice. Sometimes we cannot stop students. Okay. Maximum suggestion purpose. Determine the total cost of product X, which is processed for manufacture in department P1, P2, and P3 for 4, 5, and 3 hours respectively. Given that its direct material cost is 50, labor cost is 30. Guys, look at the beauty. They didn't ask you to do primary distribution, secondary distribution. They're asking you to calculate cost of what? Product. And this product is taking 4 hours, 5 hours, and 3 hours in P1, P2, P3. Now, first we should calculate hourly rate. That is recovery rate per hour in each department. Yes, for which we have to do primary and secondary distribution. They didn't ask directly. Indirectly, they asked to do. Clear? Because if I have to calculate the overhead cost for P1, P2, P3, that is for the product X, first we should know overhead recovery rate for each hour. For that, I should do until the end of secondary distribution. So we need to do primary and secondary distribution here, guys. Yeah, come to the solution. Statement showing distribution of overheads of modern manufacturers limited. Primary, guys. First is primary. Direct wages, we are straight away taking it only for service department, guys. For production department, you can give a note. Please better write it. Okay. Here, if you have, you can write it. That is, if you have ICI material, there only you write it. If not, in your notebook, you write. Write it, write it. I will dictate. Ready? Rachita. Archita. Rachita, Archita. Chala. Rachita. You know. So many heroines in Kannada industry start from R. Radhika. ಗೊತ್ತೇನು? ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಕೇಳಿ. ಚಲೋ. Take on. Direct wages and direct material for production departments. Direct material and direct wages for production departments is not a part of overheads. Is not a part of overheads. Full stop. Full stop. Hence, it will not be considered in overhead distribution. Hence, it will not be considered for overhead distribution, guys. It will not be considered for overhead distribution. Clear? Yes. You can also add one more line. Anything incurred in service department will be overheads. Anything incurred in service departments will be overheads. In bracket, indirect in nature. Anything incurred in service department will be overheads. In bracket, you can write indirect in nature. Indirect in nature. Indirect in nature. Got it? Yes. Sure. Because all this you should know very basic. Because even if they try to confuse you in the question, you please don't get confused. Yeah. Rent and rates 5,000 is the total. We are apportioning it in the ratio of area. Then general lighting 600 is the total. We are apportioning it in the ratio of light points. And guys, it's better you write the ratios in the bracket. Here it is not given. In the previous answer you can observe it was given. Okay, but I suggest you please write. You please write. Whatever is the basis you are taking, please mention the ratio for it. Please mention the ratio. Or else for ratio only you can add one separate column. Or if you don't have so much space, or your 5 departments are there, sir, I will not have so much space, then better you can write it in particulars only. Next line you can mention like this. Okay? Yes. Chal. General lighting, light points, indirect wages normally depends on the number of workers, but not given. So what is the next best choice? Direct wages. Because direct wages depends on what? Number of workers. Number of workers, guys. So I am taking that as a basis here. 1939 is the total apportionment. Okay. Power, HP, horsepower we are using. Depreciation of machines, value of machines is the basis. Then sundries, again, as we don't know exactly what is it, we are considering it again, number of workers. But number of workers is not given in the question. What is the next best choice? Direct wages. Direct wages. Because see guys, if they give sundries to miscellaneous and all, sir, we don't know what is it. So what is the best choice? Go with number of workers. Go with number of workers. If that is not given, then maybe direct wages. Oh, we are done. We are at the end of primary distribution. Now we have to redistribute service department cost to production department, guys. So we will take whatever we have got here as a starting point in our secondary distribution. P1, P2, P3, S1 and S2, guys. Okay. Any doubt? S1 and S2 is service. See, in secondary distribution, again they have taken the service department at the last, but I suggest to take it at the beginning, like S1, S2, then P1, P2, P3. Sir, what if I do like this? Is it wrong? No, this is also fine. Okay, this is also fine. Oh, sure. First, I am going with S1. So, how much is the cost of S1 in the first stage? 4,700. Reapportion it to P1, P2, P3, S2. In what ratio? They have only given the ratios. Okay. 20, 30, 40, 10. That is, we are distributing S1's cost. Now, how much service S1 is giving for each of them? They have given the ratio, guys. I will just show you once. Once I will just show you. You can see how S1 is giving 20, 30, 40 and 10%. This only we should use it as a ratio. Okay, so oh, 4,700 has to be distributed in 20%, 30%, 40% and 10% ratio. Next coming to 1399. 1399. How did we get it, sir? 929 plus 470. Distribute it, that is S2's cost. Distribute it in the ratio of service given by S2 to P1, P2, P3 and S1. What is that ratio, sir? 40, 20, 30, 10, guys. Okay. Fine, sir. Again, did the S1 receive any amount from S2? Yes, 139.9. Sir, can I avoid decimals here? Can I round up the figures? Yes, that is also fine. For example, you can make it as 140. You can make it as 140. Yes. Here also you can round it off. But make sure that the total will match. You have to interject maybe 1 rupee, 2 rupee. Sometimes you have to interject. Clear? Because for everything when you are rounding off, you may take 1 rupee, 2 rupee extra. Don't do that. Make sure that the total is equal to 1399, guys. Clear? Yes. Maybe that 1 rupee, 2 rupee, you adjust it for the last one. Balancing figure. Okay, sir. Fine. So now I am apportioning 139.9 between whom? P1, P2, P3 and S2. Again, we have got 13.9. Are they redistributing that also? Yes, but they are closing it here. 13.9 into 10%, we will get 1.39 something. 1.39. But they are not taking it. But they are not taking it. That difference you adjust it for P1, P2, P3. Maybe that ratio only will eliminate. You will eliminate, guys. So you used to take 4 is to 2 is to 3 you have to take. So total would be how much? 4 is to 2 is to 3. 6, 9. It would be 9. So 13.9 into 4 divided by 9. 6.2. Okay. Same way. 13.9 into 2 by 9. Huh? 3.1 they have rounded off. Okay, or else you can keep it as 3 also. Okay, see for example, this you can make it as 6, 3 and this as 5 and this normally would be 14 in that case if you are rounding off everywhere. Clear? Hope you guys got it. Oh, sure. Better avoid decimal is what I suggest for this primary and secondary distribution. Clear? Yes. But when it comes to per hour row, don't round up there also. Clearly, this figure and all per kg, per hour and all, please don't round off. You take at least 2 decimals. At least 2 decimals. You can go up to 3 also, but better 2 is standard. 2 is standard as. Okay, sir. Now, what they have done, sir? Chalo. At the end of secondary distribution, which method they have followed for a secondary distribution? Repeated distribution. Okay, sir. When question is silent, better to go with it. So now total overhead we will get. At the end, what do we get? Total overhead. Okay, sir. Divided by working hours. They have given it in the question only. I told you when I read it only, I told maybe they are giving it to calculate recovery rate. So overhead absorption rate or recovery rate per hour is how much? Give a notation. This is A, this is B. A by B. 3, 2.02, 5.03. Now, all this are kind of working out for us. Did they ask this in the question? No. They asked us to calculate the cost for one of the product. Now let us move to that. For the product X, they have given material cost 50, labor cost 30. Overhead cost we need to find out. We have found out per hour. Multiply that with how many hours you are taking in each department for that product. They have given it in the question? Yes, sir. Maybe at the end they have given that. 4, 5, 3 hours in each department. So whatever hourly rate we have got, we have to multiply. Correct, Mohan? Sure. You can check it here. Sir, what is the recovery rate or absorption rate in P1? 3. How many hours you are working for each unit there? 4 hours. Then what is the recovery rate in P2? 2.02. How many hours for each product of X we are working there? 5 hours. Then what is the recovery rate of P3? 5.03. How many hours we are working there for each unit? 3 hours. So what would be the overhead cost? 37.19. So the factory cost, we actually call it as factory cost. Or if they ask you total cost also, you would answer this only because other things and all is not given. Clear? So what is the cost per unit of X? It is 117.19. If by chance if they ask you overhead cost per unit of X, how much it is? 37.19 lakhs. Is that clear? Sometimes they ask only this part, but here they have asked total cost by giving even material and labor cost. So we will calculate 117.19, which is actually called factory cost or works cost. Or even if they use the word here, total cost, consider it. Clear? Because in total cost, actually we will get administrative, selling, distribution, everything. But those things are not given here. But if they have asked you total cost here, total cost is nothing but here for this question, factory cost. Factory cost. Clear? Good. Let us move to the next question. Guys, when you solve different kinds of question, even your application, thinking, all will improve. All the things, because question to question, everything will not be same. One or the other things you will find it new. Paisan, it's okay. Good number of questions we have to do. Don't count the pages. Third one. On already in a second question, I will already tension again. Your break iruttho illo. Third one. Deccan Manufacturing Limited have 3 departments which are regarded as production departments. Service comfortable service sir anyway long so more comfortable. Sit however you are comfortable, but don't sleep. Service department costs are distributed to this production department using the step ladder method. Now, sir, I don't want to follow this. Can I follow the repeated distribution method? 0. Don't follow it. Clear? You have to follow what they have asked. Of distribution. Estimates of factory overhead cost to be incurred by each department in the forthcoming year. The data is given for a year. Let's show that also because different question will give different data. Clear? Few question will give data for a month, few question will give a data for a year, few question will give a data for a quarter, week, like that. So whatever data they have given, it is very important for you because the calculation might have been asked for the same period, or sometimes they will ask calculation. As in data is given for a year, they will ask data answer for only month, or maybe for a quarter, or maybe for a half year, like that. Okay. Or as follows: data required for distribution is also known as is also shown against each department. Okay. Production department, factory overhead they have already given. Okay, good. Direct labor, maybe somewhere it will help us. Number of employees, somewhere it will help us. Area. Guys, actually cost is only this. Remaining 3 might be some basis. Okay. Production department XYZ, service department PQRS. The overhead cost of the 4 service department are distributed in the same order. PQRS, guys, which is the most serviceable service department. P, next Q, next R. Yes, they only given. They only given in the same order. respectively on the following basis. Guys, listen. They are asking you to distribute in the same order. If by chance, if this is not given, then I should go with what, sir? Highest amount as the most serviceable. So I will rank them 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you are arranging, please arrange in the same order. Please arrange it in the same order. Here, for us, no confusion. I will go with PQRS. Clear, but if ranking is different, guys, you have to arrange like this. First, which should come? R. Second, which should come? Q. Third, which should come? P. Last, which should come? Yes. Hope you understand. But we are not doing. I'm just explaining because every question will not be same, guys. I should cover and I will cover all if and buts. Okay, because may not be same thing. If it is not given, what? If it is given like this, what? Let us try to cover all the different possibilities. Okay. So coming to the department and basis, they only given. All this basis is anyway mentioned here itself in the question. Okay. You are required to, guys, one more thing, just a clarity. Guys, we will distribute P cost to whom under? QRS and production department. Q cost to RS, production department. R cost to S and production department. S cost to only production. Only production. For example, sir, yes, so they have told direct labor hours, sir. Direct labor hours. So direct labor hours are there for all the departments. That means I should distribute for all departments. No. Follow the basics. Just because they have given in the question, don't use it and try to fill it. Hope you understood. So last service department cost has to be apportioned only between production departments. Yes, you're right. Just a minute. Yeah, you are required to prepare a schedule showing the distribution of overhead cost of the 4 service department to 3 production departments and calculate the overhead recovery rate per direct labor hour for each of the 3 production departments. Simple, guys. At the end of secondary distribution, I will have cost only for production department divided by labor hours. That's all. Divided by labor hours. That's all. Clear. Now you may also get confused. So direct labor hours is given for service department. Don't worry about it. If they are given direct wages for service department, what do? Will you consider it as a part of overhead? Yes. Okay. But here, see, all this confusion will happen because when your basics are strong, you will feel like, how come direct labor hours are there in service? Direct labor workers means who are engaged in production. There is no production happening in service department. How come they can have direct labor hours? Yeah, for them, even though they have given direct, we consider it as what, guys? Indirect. Indirect. That is, if they have given direct wages, will we consider it as a part of overheads? Yes, I have already anyway made you guys to write it. Okay. Question itself. After reading such kind of question, you will be full happy inside. Why? Sir Bantu. Laddu by Bantu. Chalo. 5 marks, 6 marks, 8 marks. Let them ask for any number of marks in the pocket, sir. Straight away into the pocket. What, madam? Tejaswini, right? Pay attention. Deccan Manufacturing Limited. Schedule showing the distribution of overhead costs among departments. X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, S. Guys, I suggest better place service department first and then production department. Okay, especially for step ladder method, I suggest it strongly. Clear? Take it because there is a sequence which we follow. So better bring service first and then production. And service also we have to arrange it in the same order. P, Q, R, S, guys. Okay, fine. So they have taken the overhead cost which is already directly given in the question as an initial part, starting part. Okay. Fine, sir. So what is Q's cost? 45,000. We will apportion it between R, Q, R, S, X, Y, Z. Clear? In what ratio, sir? Here they have given the ratio same order. 100 is to 125 is to 85 is to 50 is to 40 is to 50. Guys, when you are writing the ratio also, write it in the same order. How you have put the columns. How you have put the columns. Because when you are calculating, it becomes easy for you. Clear? I told you, take service first and then production. While writing the ratio also, please be careful. Please be careful. Write it in the order of the columns only. Okay, sir. So here 45,000 into 100 divided by total. It would be for X. What is the total, guys? 100, 125, 85, 50, 40, 50. Huh? 450. 450. 450. So calculate. 45,000 into 100 divided by 450. 10,000. Divided by 100 into 125. 12,500. Divided by 125 into 85. 8,500. Divided by 85 into 50. It will go this side. Don't put to P. Then divided by 550 into 4. 4,000. Divided by 40 into 50. 5,000. Clear? Same pen. Now, what is the cost of Q? It is 80,000. We need to apportion it to whom and all? Sir, X, Y, Z and RS. X, Y, Z and RS. So, in what ratio, sir? 4 is to 3 is to 4 is to 0 because nothing comes here. Nothing comes here. Then is to 6 is to 3. Okay. Next, distribution of, okay. Hope you understood. Huh? This should I explain it again? 80,000 you have to distribute in this ratio, guys. What is the total of this? Let me tell you for one more. 20. So 80,000 into 4 by 20, 16,000. Divided by 4 into 3, 12,000. Divided by 3 into 4, 16,000. Divided by 4 into 6, 24,000. Especially please be careful here. Don't write it here, guys. We will not go back in step ladder. We will not go back in step ladder. Okay, so next, divided by 6 into 3, 12,000. 12,000, guys. Okay, so then for R we have got how much? 1,05,000 plus 4 plus 24, 133. Reapportion it to X, Y, Z and yes. And yes, guys. Okay, sir. In what ratio? 60 is to 3 is to 3 is to 2. Or in between you can mention 0, 0. Yeah, yes, sir. So for this two department it will not come. Even for respective department also it will not come. Only for the last. Oh. So now coming to the last step. What is the total cost of S? 30 plus 5 plus 12 plus 19. It comes to 66,000. We will distribute it to only production department. X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z. That means here it will not come, sir. No, sir. So distribute it to only X, Y, Z in the ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 4. Total is 11. So 66,000 into 4 by 11, 24,000. Divided by 4 into 3, 18,000. Divided by 3 into 4, 24,000. 24,000, guys. Yes. So this is the total of secondary distribution. We are done with secondary distribution. Guys, did you follow here? You can see step here. Okay. There is a step. So you also have to follow the same sequence. Is that clear? But better, as I already mentioned, place service department first in the order of. Means if you ask me, sir, what should be the order of the columns? P, Q, R, S, X, Y, Z. This, if we are presenting it in this order, this would be more better. It would be more better, guys. Okay. They've asked calculation of recovery rates. Better you can do it there only, guys. You can save time actually. Or else you can do it as a separate table also. Here only if you take labor hours and then divide each other, you will get there only recovery rates. Recovery rates. Here it is done separately. Total apportioned overhead, that is as per the previous table, divided by direct labor hours only for production department we are taking, divide each other, guys. You can give the name A, P. This is A by P. A by P, guys. Rohit, you are understanding everything now? Huh? You are understanding everything? Sorry, Rahul? Huh? Understanding? I will ask you to solve later after all this discussion. Yeah. Come to question number 4. We are done with 3. Question number 4. Gemini Enterprises undertakes 3 different jobs. A, B, and C. All of them require the use of special machine and also the use of computer. Okay, all these jobs are completed using machine and computer. The computer is higher and higher charges work out to be 4,20,000 per annum per year. The expenses regarding the machine are estimated as follows. Rent for a quarter, depreciation per annum, indirect charges per annum. Please be careful. Two expenses is given per annum, one expense is given per quarter. During the first month of the operation, the following details were taken from a job register. What are those? Job ABC is given you. Okay. What are those? Number of hours the machine was used. Important for calculation, guys. With the use of computer, machine has worked for 600 and 900 hours for job A and B. Nothing for C. With the use of computer, 400, 600 and 1000. Guys. For this part, we should take what? Only machine cost. Whereas for this, we should take what? Machine cost as well as computer cost. Clear? Yes. You are required to compute the machine hour rate for the firm as a whole for the month. When the computer was used and when the computer was not used. Okay. Because the data here is given for a month, guys. This is for a month. Whereas here they have given for different time period. Even computer cost is given per annum. We need to convert everything now to what? Month. Hours is anyway given for a month, but cost we have to convert everything to a month. Or for a firm as a whole for the month when the computer was used and when the computer was not used. So machine hour rate when computer is used, when not used. Both we have to calculate it. Then for the individual job, A, B, C also we have to calculate it. So very small question, looks interesting, but it is interesting. Small question, but interesting question. Sure, come to the answer. Come to the answer. Yeah, silence. Total machine hours used, total with without computer, both you have 600 plus 900, 400 plus 600,000, both put together. Total is 3,500. Total machine hours without the use of computer, it is only 600 plus 900. With the use of computer, how much is that, sir? 400 plus 600 plus 1000, which comes to 2000. If I add up both of this only, I am getting what? 3,500. So 3,500 I just taken a two breakup without use. With the use of computer, without the use of computer. Okay, sir. Total overheads of machine per month. Per month. Rent is given per quarter. Yes, divided by 3. Depreciation and indirect expenses is given per annum. Divided by 12. Total is how much? 35,000. Total is 35,000. Now coming to computer higher charges per a month is how much? 4,20,000 per annum it is given divided by 12. How much is that? 35. Guys, come on. Machine related cost per month is 35. Computer related cost is 35. Okay, sir. Now hours for using machine without computer. Without computer, guys, totally machine hours is how much? 3,500. For that, what is the cost? 35,000. So 35,000 divided by 3,500, you will get per hour. How many hours machine has worked without computer? 1,500. Correct? I repeat. Guys, listen here. 35,000 is a machine cost or cost relating to machine. We have worked for totally how many hours? 3,500. If I divide 35,000 by 3,500, what do I get? Machine hour rate per hour. Correct? Yes. Now if I multiply with 1,500, I will get total machine cost without the use of computer. If I multiply with 2,000, what do I get? With the use of computer, what is my machine cost? Yes, just apportioning. Okay, sir. Now, you can see overheads for using machines without computer. Per hour I will calculate first, then multiply with machine hours without the use of computer. You will get 15,000. Remaining is how much? 20. We'll go to the other side. Now, listen. Overheads for using machines with the computer is how much? You will get 20 here. 20 year, correct? That is 15 year, 20 remaining year. How did you get it, sir? 35 minus 15 is how much? 20. You can do that way. Or else, per hour, whatever we have calculated, into, with the use of computer, how many hours machine has worked? 2000. You do it. This is machine related cost. Plus, as I have used computer, even this will come. Hello, per month 35,000 also will come. Yes, sir. So 35 plus 20 comes to 55. Guys, come on. 55,000 is totally for how many hours? 2,000 hours. 15,000 is for totally how many hours? 1,500 hours. Any confusion? Understood now? Yes. Now can we calculate per hour, sir? Yes. 55,000 divided by 2,000. Per hour how much? 27.50. Guys, listen. Is this including only machine or including computer? Including computer, because we have used computer also. So for computer 35,000 plus per machine how much? 20. Total is how much? 55. So 55,000 cost we have incurred for working for how many hours? 2,000. So per hour how much? 27.50. 27.50. They have used the word machine hour rate, but it is including computer cost also. It is including computer cost also. Yes, because what we are taking in the denominator is machine hours. Machine hours. But on the top, what we take is including computer cost, sir. Yes. Gita, listen here. Sorry, Kavya. Names. Chalo. When computer was not used, anyway, whatever name I called, the person who was supposed to turn. Purpose served. When the computer was not used, what is the cost? 15,000 divided by 1,500. How much is the cost? 10 rupees per hour. 10 rupees per hour, guys. This is what they asked in the first requirement. Yes, sir. Next, for job A, B, C, they have given how many hours we have worked? Yes. Multiply with the hour. Overheads. Without computer, how many hours we have worked? 600. What is the cost? 10 rupees. Multiply 6,000. Then, with the computer, how many hours we have worked? 400. What is the hourly rate? 27.5. Multiply. Same way for job. Multiply 10 with 900. 27.5 into 600. Then for job C, there is no without computer, only with computer. How much? 27.5 into 1000. Into 1000. Yes, sir. We got for each job. What is the cost? What is the cost? Now can we calculate overall? Yes, job wise. Job wise now. Clear? Sir, what is the total cost of job A? 17,000. Totally how many hours we have worked? 1,000. Divide each other. Overall 17. For job A, what is machine hour rate? Overall 17 rupees per hour. Coming to you, what is the total job cost? 25,500. How many hours we have worked? 900 plus 600, 1,500. Divide each other. You will get 17. Next, 27,500 divided by 1,000. 27.5. 27.5. Hope you understood. Clear. What we calculated here was not job wise. It was without use of computer. At the end, what we are calculating is first we calculated what is the overhead cost of each job divided by how many hours machine has worked for each job. You got machine hour rate for a particular job A, B, and C, guys. Fine. We are done with fourth question. Let us move to question number 5. Yeah, come to question number 5. A machine shop has 8 identical drilling machines manned by 6 operators. Manned means managed by 6 operators. Okay, 8 machines are managed by whom? 6 operators. The machine cannot be worked without an operator only engaged on it. The original cost of all these machines works out to be 8 lakh. That is all put together? Huh? Yes. It is not per machine. Because they will tell if it is per machine or each, they will use the word. Here, for all 8 machines put together, it is 8 lakh, guys. This particulars are furnished for a 6 months period. See, data is given for a 6 months period. Normal available hours per month. See, Data is given for a 6 months period, but here it is given per month. All the confusion they will create. Okay. Yes. Normal available hours per month 208. Absenteeism without pay 18. Leave with pay 20. Leave with pay 20. Okay. Normal idle time, unavoidable hours 10 hours. Guys, will we pay for this? Yes. But no output. Average rate of wages per worker for 8 hours day is how much? 800. If I ask you per hour, how much it will be, guys? 100. 800 divided by 8 hours. Production bonus estimated 15% on wages. Value of power consumed 8500. Supervisor and indirect labor 33,000. Lighting and electricity 12,000. This particulars are for a year. Okay. Whatever they have given here is for a 6 months period. Clear? But here the hours what they gave was per month, but amounts and all is for 6 months period. 6 months period. That is what I can consider because the heading is like that. So this, especially this figures, can I consider it for 6 months, sir? Yes. Now whatever they are giving is for a year. Repairs and maintenance including consumables, 3% of value of machines, insurance 40,000, depreciation 10% of original cost. What is original cost? 8 lakh into 10%. But please be careful, all these are per annum. All these are per annum. Because whatever they are given on the top, guys, this figure is per what? 6 months. These are for per annum. Other sundry expenses is 12,000. General management expenses allocated, which is already allocated, 54,530. Guys, all these are per annum. Why I am stressing? Because we have to take common base. This are clearly given as for 6 months. On the top they mentioned. Clear? Yes. Whereas the bottom items are given for a year. You are required to compute a comprehensive machine hour rate for a machine shop. Considering all this, you take it. Clear? Guys, see, listen. Especially general management, other sundry works expenses and all might come later. For example, sir, is it a part of administrative overhead? Yes. But when they ask you to calculate machine hour rate, given all this, sir, should I take everything? Yes. Because for comprehensive, we should consider direct expenses directly connected to machine also, indirectly connected to machine also. Clear? Yes. Come to the solution. Come to the solution. First, working. Shh. Silence. First, working. For 6 months and 6 operators, we are calculating. What's hours for which 6 operators are available for 6 months. So per month they have given 208. Yes. Into how many months are there? 6 months. Because the data we are supposed to do it for 6 months. Cost and all is given for 6 months. First cost. First set of cost. Then how many operators are there? 6 operators. Each operator will work for this many hours, sir? Yes, of course. So 7488 we are taking. Okay, sir. Absenteeism 18 into each operator 6 operators. So 108. So how many hours we will pay for? 7380. Sir, is this without pay? Yes. Absenteeism is without pay. So we have to pay for how many hours, sir? 7380. So we already got 800 is per day. Ranjita. 800 is per day. What is the working hours per day? 8 hours. Per hour how much? 100. So can I calculate what is the total wages paid? 7380 into 100. Into 100, guys. Okay. Next, leave hours. 20 is per month. Correct? Per month or what? Leave hours is given for 6 months only. Just a minute. Let me check. Just a minute. Normal available hours per month. Absenteeism without pay. Okay. Guys, listen. All these are for 6 months only. Only this is per month. Allu and twist ಇದೆ. Clear? I repeat. Guys, heading was for 6 months. That means only this they have clearly mentioned per month. For rest of them they are not given. What should we understand here? All these are for 6 months. Got it? Huh? Because by mistake you may also multiply all this with 6 months also. We should multiply only with what? 6 operators. 6 operators. Is that clear? Yes. That means whatever is given is per operator, sir. Yes. That is for 6 months period per operator. Per operator. Yes, guys. One more plan. Yes. Coming back. Listen. So here I multiplied with 6 months, whereas the rest of the places we are not multiplying. We are just multiplying with 6 operators. Okay, sir. Leave hours, idle hours we are deducting. Why, sir? Productive hours we are calculating. What is the productive hours? 7,200. Productive hours, effective hours, working hours, everything is one and the same, guys. How much it comes to? 7,200, guys. As machines cannot be worked without an operator wholly engaged on them. Therefore, hours for which 6 operators are available for 6 months are the hours for which machines can be used. Hence, 7,200 hours represent effective working hours. Because, sir, without operator, will machine be working? No, 8 machines are there, but only 6 operators are there. So, effective machine hours is equal to what? Effective labor hours. Correct, huh? Hello. Why? Sir, machine will not operate without labor. So what we have calculated here, can you consider it as effective machine hours? Yes. Because 8 machines are there, 6 operators. You would have asked me, sir, why not 8? Why not into 8 anta? But without operators, machines will not work. Machines will not work, guys. Clear? Yes, sir. Then coming to rate per hour is how much? 800 is for 8 hours day. Per hour how much? 100. So total wages paid to 6 operators for 6 months would be 7,380 paid hours. Paid hours. This is for 6 months or 1 month? 6 months. For 1 operator or 6 operators? We have already multiplied. Clear? Yes. So for 6 operators for 6 months, what is the total payment? 7,380 into 100. Guys, this is basic wages because I guess there is something called as bonus also. Okay, which is a part of percentage of wages. Percentage of wages. So what is this? The basic wages. Got it now? Hope you understood. This is one of the challenging thing here. Rest all is easy, guys. Amount calculation. Operator wages, we have got 738, which we have done it as working. Production bonus is how much? 15% of wages. So you can show 7,38,000 into 15%. 15%. Power consumed 80,500. Supervision and indirect labor, lighting and electricity. Guys, all this were already given 6 months of. First set of on cost 6 months. Okay. Next set of on cost was given per annum. Please be careful because we are calculating for 6 month period. Okay. Repairs and maintenance is how much? 3% of asset value. 3% of asset value, that is per annum. So I am taking half of it. That is 6 months. Or else you can take it into 6 by 12 hours. Okay. Insurance 40,000 but for a year. So I am taking half of it. Depreciation 10% of 8 lakh into half. Okay, because that is per annum. Then sundry work expenses as well as general management expenses, guys. You have to take half of. That is per 6 months. For 6 months. So we got total overhead. Total overhead. Machine hour rate is what? Or comprehensive machine hour rate. Better mention like that. Comprehensive machine hour rate. Because clearly they have asked in the question comprehensive. They just didn't use the word machine hour. Okay, let us also use that only in our answer. Total overheads of machine shop divided by hours of machines operations, guys. 7,200 we have calculated by way of working note. So what is the comprehensive machine hour rate? 149.93. Sir, can I round it up to 150? No. As it is per hour, when you are observing and all, if you round up here in aggregate, cumulatively, the difference will be huge. The difference will be huge. So not only here, guys, whenever you are calculating anything per kg, per hour and all, please don't round off. Okay, decimals you can round up to maximum 2. That is okay. I am not telling you should not round off anything at all. No, decimal you can round off up to 2. But sir, should I round up the rupees only, sir? No, don't do. Okay, guys, let us move to the next question. Yeah, question number 6. Job number 198 was commenced on October 10, 2022 and completed on November 1st, 2022. Material used were 6,000, labor charge directly to the job was 4,000. Okay, prime cost. Hello, prime cost. 10,000. Tak, 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 you should be able to tell. Other information is as follows. Machine number 215 used for 40 hours. The machine hour rate being 35. Multiply both. Machine number 160 used for 30 hours. The machine hour rate being 40. Multiply 30 with 40. 6 welders worked on a job for 5 days of 8 hours each. 6 workers are working for 5 days, so 8 hours each. The direct labor hour per welder is 20. Okay. Next, general expenses related to production not included for calculating either machine hour or direct labor rate was total to how much? 20. General. Okay. Total direct wages for a period being how much? 2 lakhs. Guys, here they are giving some hint for you. Compute works cost for a job number 198. Guys, come on. Is this general expenses covered in any of these expenses? No. They have given it separately. But they have given it in total. They have given it in what? Total. Have they given it for a job? No. How much is the total general expenses? 20,000. And they have given total wages for a period? 2 lakhs. Why, sir? They dropped you some hint there. You can calculate percentage. What is the percentage of general expenses over direct wages? How much? 20,000 divided by 2 lakh into 100. 10%. Now, for my job, hello, listen. For my job, do I know direct wages? Do I know direct wages? Yes. Can I take 10% of his general expenses? Yes. I repeat, guys, you straight away don't add 20. 20 is not only for this job, in total. Now I need to find out of 20, how much is for my job. For that, they have dropped you some hint there. What is it? Total general overhead is 20. Total direct wages is 2 lakh. So can I find out the percentage? Yes. Now, do I know what is the direct wages for my job? Yes. Take 10% of that is the general expenses apportioned to my job. My job. That's all. All other things are easy. Only this is the highlight point here. Competition for works cost for job number 198. Guys, 6,000 is material labor is already given. So prime cost, better mention. They have not mentioned. You mentioned. Prime cost 10,000. Factory overhead. Machine number 215 is working for how many hours? 40 hours. For each hour, what is the payment? 35,400. Then machine number 160. How many hours it is working for this job? 30 hours. For each hour, what is the payment? 40. 1,200. 240 welders coming to welders. How many welders are working? 6 welders. How many days? 5 days. For each day, how many hours? 8 hours. So totally they are working for how many hours? 240 hours. 240 hours. Yes, sir. Into 20. Sir, is it already not included in direct labor? No. Direct labor is different. Welders are different here. Okay, sir. Then coming to general expenses. 10% of wages. Sir, how did you get that 10%? Okay, they are not shown properly, but you can show 20,000 divided by 2 lakh into 100, which is equal to 10%. You applied that here. You applied that here, guys. So whatever is your direct wages or direct labor, 10% of that comes to 400. You can better show that also. 4,000 into 10%. 400. Where did you get 4,000? All this is better, guys. Give a link. Clear? Because all this doubt, you don't waste time next time. Where is for searching for it? Give some link or even this whatever I wrote now 20,000 divided by 2 lakh into 10%. Better take it so that you know how exactly it has been calculated. Works cost is 17,800, guys. One small thing here also, guys. See, actually speaking, in cost sheet format, general expenses will not come before works cost. It will come after works cost. But as the question is on works cost and they have given it in the question, sir, have they taken it? Yes, they have taken it. If the question is on overhead calculation, sir, should I go in detail about cost sheet format and follow that? Maybe not, guys. That is what. Here, actually, I am speaking. General overhead or general expenses will come after works cost or what after factory cost. But here, is it taken it as a yes? It is taken as a part of what? Job cost. Whatever job number 198. Factory cost to works cost is one and the same. Okay, we interchangeably use it. Come to question number 7. Question number 7. In a factory, overheads of a particular department are recovered on the basis of 5 rupees per machine hour. The total expenses incurred and the actual machine hours for the department for the month of August was, data is for August, where 80,000 and 10,000 hours respectively. If I ask you how much overhead is observed, 5 rupees into for each hour 10. What is the total number of hours worked? 10,000. So for each hour, what is the recovery rate? 5. 5 into 10,000, 50,000. What is overhead observed? 50,000. Okay. Of the amount that is actual overhead 80,000, 15,000 became payable due to an award of labor code. That is maybe some decision and code of labor code. They have asked me to pay some compensation to the laborers. And 5,000 was in respect of expenses of previous year booked in current month, August. Prior period items and all you call it in accounts, correct? Huh? Prior period items. So, okay. Now, sir, should we consider this while checking under absorption or over absorption? No. How much you have to remove? 15 plus 5. 15 plus 5, 20 you have to remove. So, what is the overhead incurred? Actually, net to overage incurred 60. Observed 50. Under absorption 10. Mugoitu. MCQ question, if you have a tuck calculation, choose it. Correct. I repeat. Overhead observed is 5 rupees into 10,000 hours. Overhead incurred is 80,000 minus 15 minus 5, which comes to 60,000. 60,000 incurred, observed 50. What is over under? 10,000. Actual production was 40,000 units, of which 30,000 units were sold. What is closing stock now? 10,000. Closing stock of what? Finished goods. Okay. On analyzing the reasons, it was found that 60% of the under-absorbed overhead was due to defective planning, abnormal. Where you have to send it to? Costing P&L account. Very good. And rest was attributed to normal cost increase. Show the treatment of over or under absorption overhead in cost account. Let us do it. Let us do it, guys. And guys, see, this kind of question can be asked in MCQ also. For example, they will not ask too many, and if it is too many, it will be case-based question. Clear? For example, they may ask you, what is the amount of under absorption? What is the amount you have to transfer it to costing P&L account? What is the amount of supplementary rate? Like that, they may ask multiple questions. Yeah, there is one case scenario question like that. We will solve. Oh, sure. Come to the solution. 7th solution. Seventh one. Computation of over or under absorbed overheads expenses during the month of August. Sir, both will come? No. At the beginning, when we started, we may not know what we will get. Now, they have also asked in the question, calculate either under or over. In the heading also, can I write like that? Yes. Or else as soon as I read the question, I got to know it is under absorption, sir. Can I straight away mention that only in the heading? Yes, that is also over. Okay, normally what I suggest is, what will you mention in the heading is, what is that last two line they would have asked now, required, compute, like that. That you mention. Computation of or calculation of whatever they asked. Whatever they asked, guys. Okay. Total expenses incurred in a month of August, 80,000. But there are two special items like extraordinary or non-recurring items. Remove them. The amount paid according to the labor code award, assuming it to be non-recurring, 15,000. Expenses of previous year, that is prior period item. You can mention that in the bracket. Prior period item, 5,000. So remove totally 20,000. So net overhead expenditure incurred for the month is 60,000. Overhead recovered for 10,000 hours is how much, guys? 10,000 into 5. What is 10,000? Actual hours work. What is the overhead predetermined overhead rate per hour? 5 rupees. So what have you observed? 50,000. So under absorption, yes, observed is less than incurred. Observed is less than incurred. Okay, out of 10,000. 60% of under-absorbed overhead was due to defective planning. It will be charged to costing profit and loss account. Better mention the amount. They have not mentioned. Show it. 6,000. 10,000 into 60%. And you can also show the journal entry. What is the journal entry? Costing profit and loss account debit 6,000 to under-absorption account 6,000. Next, 40% of under-absorbed overhead, that is 4,000, may be distributed over finished goods and cost of sales using supplementary rate. No WIP here. No WIP, guys. So, what is the under-absorption due to? Normal reasons. 4,000. How did you get it? 10,000 into 40%. Divided by, what is the equivalent? Here there is no question of equivalent because only outputs are, which is out of 40,000 produced, 30,000 is sold, remaining 10,000 is closing stock of finished goods. Okay. So entire 40,000 is completed units only. Okay, sir. Per unit, how much we cut? 0.10. So amount of under absorbed overheads to be charged to finished goods is how much? 1,000. To be charged to cost of sales is how much? 3,000. So simple. If you ask me what is the journal entry, guys? Cost of sales account debit 3,000. Cost of stock of finished goods or closing stock of finished goods. Okay, then you can use. See, so should we use the same name which we use in financial accounts and all? No, here that is okay. You can write as closing stock of finished goods or stock of finished goods like that. Okay. Account debit how much? 1,000. 2. Under absorption 4,000. 2 under absorption 4,000. Okay. Sure. Question number 8. Question number 8. Yeah, silence. In a manufacturing unit, factory overhead was recovered at a predetermined rate of 25 rupees per man day. Per man day. Man day ಅಂದ್ರೆ sir, I have heard about Women's Day. What is this man day? Man day ಅಲ್ಲ ಕಣೋ, man day. Simple. Assume, listen here. ಏನು ಅಮೆರಿಕನ್ ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಸಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ಸಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡು, thank you. Now assume, guys, there are 10 men or man who has worked for 5 days. Every man has worked for 5 days. So if I ask you what is the men days? 10 into 5. Not 15, add ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. 10 into 5. Men days is how much? 10 into 5. Okay, that is number of men into number of days. That is what they have to do. Clear? Yes. Sure. Predetermined overhead rate is 25 rupees per man day. The total factory overhead expenditure incurred and the man days actually worked was 41.5 lakh and 1.5 lakh man days. Guys, overhead observed. Chetan, look here. Overhead observed 25 into 1.5 lakh. Overhead incurred is how much? 41.5 lakh. Out of the 40,000 units produced during a period, 30 units were sold. Same story. Closing stock of finished goods how much? 10,000. 10,000. On analyzing the reasons, it was found that 60% of the unobserved overheads were due to defective planning and rest were attributable to increase in overhead costs. That is normal. Explain how would unobserved overheads be treated in cost accounts. Here only they have given the hint already. What is the question is about? Under absorption. Under absorption. Chal. Yeah. 8th one. Computation of unobserved overheads or under absorption. Or under absorption. Man days work 1,50,000. Okay, it is nothing but number of man into number of days, guys. Okay. Overhead actually incurred is how much? 41 lakh 50,000. In this question, nothing special is given. We will not remove anything. Okay. You don't imagine anything. Sir, 41 lakh 50,000. 1 lakh 50 is like odd, sir. Let me remove it. Considering non-recurring. Don't do all that. Overhead absorbed 25 rupees per man day. How many man days totally? 150. Multiply. 3750. So what is the under absorption? 4 lakh. In that 60% is due to abnormal reason. 2 lakh 40. What is the entry for it? Costing P&L to under absorption 2 lakh 40. Remaining is what? Due to normal reasons. Normal reasons. This is abnormal reasons. Oh, treatment. The unobserved overheads of 2,40,000 due to defective planning to be treated as abnormal and therefore be charged to costing, profit and loss account. Coming to the remaining. The balance unobserved overheads of 1,60,000 be charged to production of how many units? 40,000 units, 100% complete. Nothing called equivalent here and all. Everything is complete. The supplementary overhead absorption rate of 4. How did you get it? 1,60,000 divided by 40,000. 4 rupees per unit, guys. They have calculated here. They have calculated here. 4 rupees per unit. Okay, sir. So, charge to costing, profit and loss account as a part of cost of units sold. Okay, this statement is confusing. This statement is confusing. You have to charge it to what? Cost of sales. How much? 30,000 units into 4 rupees per unit. Closing stock how much? 10,000 into 4 rupees. So total due to abnormal reason is 1,60,000 guys. 1,60,000. See, this statement is confusing. Why? Because for the units sold, where are we sending the under absorption? To cost of sales. Ultimately, cost of sales also will go to costing P&L only. Any cost will ultimately go and hit where? Where will it hit to? Costing P&L. That is what they have given here, but that will be confusing because, sir, due to abnormal reason also will transfer to costing P&L. If you write both the places same, then you are showing normal, abnormal, same anta. Clear? Better use cost of sales. Here they have told as a part of cost of units sold anta, but why simply confusion? Clear? Better to be charged to cost of sales, guys. Okay. 8th one done. 8th one done. Aram se focus, guys. Don't lose the focus. We are almost at the end. Almost. Not fully end. Almost. 9th one. Question number 9. A factory has 3 production departments. The policy of the factory is to recover the production overheads of the entire factory by adopting single blanket rate. Somewhere we studied this. What is it, sir? One single rate for the entire factory. Sir, I have different department. Doesn't matter. For entire factory, I am following one rate. On the percentage of what? Total factory overheads to total factory wages. Okay, how did I calculate that percentages? So total factory overhead divided by total wages. Okay, factory wages. The relevant data for a month are given below. Oh, budget to actual. Budget, machining, assembly, packing, actual also for the same 3. Direct material cost is given, direct wages cost is given, factory overhead is given, guys. All 3 is given. Remaining 2 is like maybe basis. Direct labor hours or machine hours. Please careful, there is no machine hours in packing. There is no machine hours in packing. Guys, understood? Clear? Yes. They have given both budgeted and actual. Budgeted is like a target. Oh. The details of one of the representative jobs produced during the month are as under. Job number CW7083. Oh. Whatever data is now given is for a job. Machining, assembly and packing are the 3 departments for which material cost, wages cost, direct labor hours and machine hours is given. The factory adds 30% of factory cost to cover what and all? Administration, selling overheads and profit. Okay, so factory cost plus 30% will be my sales, not total cost, sales. Why, sir? Because they are told they are also charging 30% including profit. Clear? Yes. Required. Okay. Four. Four requirements are there. Compute the overhead absorption rate as per the current policy of the company and determine the selling price of job number CW 7083 for this one. Suggest any suitable alternative method of absorption of factory overheads and calculate the overhead recovery rates based on what methods though recommended by you guys. Which is the better method? See, they are following single blanket overhead rate for the entire factory. Sir, is it a right way? Maybe not. Based on, maybe guys, for machining, can I use machine hours rate? Yes. I can use machine hour rate. Whereas for assembly and packing, can I use direct labor hour rate? Yes. That would be recommended. Recommended way instead of following one rate for the entire factory, because machining depends on what? How many hours machine is working. Whereas assembly and packing normally depends on what guys? Direct labor hours. Can we use that as a basis to apportion? Yes, sir. Or to recover the overhead? Yes, sir. Okay. Two more required. Determine the selling price of job CW 7083 based on the overhead application rates calculated in 2 above. Okay, whatever we are recommending, as per that we have to calculate selling price. Calculate the department wise and total under or over recovery of overheads based on the company's current policy and the method recommended by you. No, long stories they have asked. Okay, sir, we will do it. Not a problem. Yeah, come to the solution, people. Yeah, lengthiest answer. Huh, chalo, chalo, fine, we'll do it. Don't worry, don't worry. Focus, focus. I am there. Just pay attention. I want only attention from your guys. Computation of overhead absorption rate as per the current policy of the company. Current policy is what? Single overhead rate for the entire factory. Guys, what is the budgeted factory overhead? 6,25,000. All these figures are directly given in the question in the first table itself. Yes, sir. What is the direct wages? 80, 350, 70. Total is 5. Okay. What is the total factory overheads of the factory? 625. Direct wages of the factory? 5. So we are calculating one rate. How much is that, sir? Factory overheads of the factory divided by wages of the factory into 100. How much it is coming to? 125%. So factory overhead as a percentage of wages is how much, guys? 125%. The current policy of the company is to observe the overhead based on what? Wages. Wages. So whatever is the amount of wages, how much would be my factory overhead? 125% of that. Oh, first requirement guys. Material cost. We are adding up all three. 1200, 600 plus 300. Direct wages. 240 plus 360 plus 60, which is given in the second table in the question. For particular job. For particular job. We are just adding all those things. Overheads is how much now? What is the wages cost? 660 into 125%. So what is the total factory cost? 3.85. Just add 30% for it. Just add 30% for it. What and all it includes? Administrative, selling, profit. Clear? They have used the word markup. Sir, can I use the word administrative, comma, selling and profit? Okay. Anyway, that is what they have told in the question. Oh, which comes to selling price is how much, guys? 4,660.50. Okay. Hope you understood. Here, one single rate is followed for the entire company, guys. Okay. Are we following department wise? No, no, sir. Everything we just added and we took it. No department wise, sir. No department wise. Second one. Now, they have asked your recommendation. Which is the better way? Which is the better way? So, depending upon, sir, each department, what are they doing? Machining department, maybe based on machiners. Remaining is what? Assembly and packing, I guess. Based on what? Labor hours. That is what we will try to recommend. Methods available for observing factory overheads and their overhead recovery rates in different departments, guys. Machining department. In machining department, the use of machine time is the predominant factor. of production. Hence, machine hour rate should be used to recover overheads in this department. The overhead recovery rate based on machine hours has been calculated as under. What is the budgeted factory overhead, guys? 3,60,000. What is the total machine hours, guys? 80,000. Only in machining department. Only in machining department you take, because we are deciding now departmental overhead rates. Are we deciding blanket overhead rate? No, departmental. What is the factory overhead of machining department, guys? 3,60,000. I'm not taking total. Sir, then previously you took total. That is blanket, one single rate for the entire factory. That is why we took the factory overhead of entire factory, including all the three departments. But here it is a different story. What are we determining? Departmental overhead rates. So 3,60,000 divided by 80,000. Hope you understand. I just showed you once. Okay. Because some of you might get confused with that also. You can see for machining, I am taking budgeted. What is the cost? 3,60,000. What is the hours? 80,000. Same way for assembly, we will take 140, 125, and labor hours 1,50,000. Got it? Yes. Individual department wise. Individual department wise. Yes, sir. So machine hour rate for machining department is 4.5 per machine hour. 4.5 per machine hour. Guys, as soon as I heard this word or I read this word, something else also has to connect to you. In taxation, I will give you a hint. Taxation. Not related to this question, but still I am mentioning. Paisa, predominant. Somewhere you have heard composite mixed supply. In composite supply, naturally bundled. What is the rate applicable? Rate applicable for the principal supply. What is the principal supply? Which is having predominant element. Correct. As per section 8 of CGST Act, what is the rate applicable in case of composite supply? Rate applicable for principal supply. What is principal supply? Which is having predominant element. Wait for you. Come back. So, assembly department. In this department, direct labor hours is the main factor of production. Hence, direct labor hour rate method should be used to recover overheads in this department. The overhead recovery rate is factory overhead of assembly department you take in divided by labor hours there, which comes to 1.140 per labor hours. Last one, packaging department. Labor is the most important factor of production in this department. Guys, given is only machine labor, we have to use only one among them. Clear? Now you may think packing and sir, we would have used packing material, no sir. That yes, it can come. I am not telling it is wrong, Anta. But have they given it? No. Why will you worry? Out of the given, you choose which is most suitable. Oh. Okay. Labor is the most important factor of production in this department. Hence, labor hour rate method should be used to recover overheads in this department. The overhead recovery rate in this case comes to factory overhead of packing department, guys, which is 1,25,000 divided by labor hours in packing department, which is 50,000. So it is 2.50 per labor. Next, selling price of job CW 7083 based on the overhead application rates recommended by us. What is it? Material wages remain same. Overhead refer to the working note 1078 working note there. Chalo. So per job, now you go to the job second table. How many hours we have taken? Machine hours 180. Labor hours 120 and 40. Respective department you have to take. Please be careful. Second table. Okay, sir. Rate whatever we have calculated. 4.50, 1.40 and 2.50. Multiply both, guys. Multiply both. Sir, where did you get that? 4.50. We only recommended now 1.40 and 2.50. Okay. What is the total overhead? 1078. 1078. Did you guys get it? Yes. Now take it to the main answer. 1078. So what is your factory cost? 3838. For that, add 30%. For that, you add 30%, which comes to selling price 4989. 4989.40. Yes. Last part. Department-wise statement of total under or over recovery of overheads under current policy first. Under current policy first. Now we are taking actual guys. Direct wages is how much? 96, 270, 90. Overhead recovered is how much? 125 of direct wages, huh? Yes. Correct, no guys. Factory overhead as per the current policy is how much? 125% of direct wages. Now we are taking actual figures, so please be careful. So how much overhead we have observed? Sir, whatever is the wages cost into 125%, sir. Into 125%. Okay. What are the actual overheads? They have given the table only. First table, take it. This is overhead observed, which we calculated. This is total actual, which is already given in the question. Below. First is given budgeted, next is given actual. Take them. Machining 390, assembly 84, packing 135. Total comes to 609. Now check under or over recovery. Sir, observed is 120, actual is 390. Under absorption of 270. Under absorption of 270. Next coming to 3,37,500 is observed. Actual is 84,000. So over absorbed. It is over absorbed. See, they have given some symbol also. For example, for under they have put it in bracket itself. They have shown here. Whereas over they have put it in outside the bracket. So this is over. Whereas this is under. Next coming to observed here is 1,12,500. Whereas actual is 135. Again an under absorption of 22,500. 22,500. Don't check only the difference. Check is it under or over also. That is also important. And mention here. Under is in bracket, over is in outside the bracket. Or else below this only you can mention what are those. Under or over, like that. Last one. Okay, last one is anyway total. Total. That you need not worry. Just net adjusted. Net adjusted, guys. Or else you can find it out here also. 570 observed. Incurred is 6,09,000. So under absorption 39,000. This is as per current policy. Current policy. Okay, sir. Actual anyway will remain same only. 390, 84, 135. Okay, sir. That will not change. Whereas overhead observed will change. Yes, as per what? As per the recommendation of us. Okay. How much is that, sir? 4,32,000, 1,26,000, 1,50,000. Sir, how did we get it, sir? Hours work into rate per hour. This is what we have suggested, guys. Yeah, in the second table, sorry, this is actual. They have given hours worked 96,000 machine hours you take, labor hours 90 and 60. Actual, guys. I will just show you. See, actual is given here now. Cost and all we took this only. Cost we took this itself. Whereas hours coming to for machining we have to take machine hours. Whereas for assembly and packing we have to take labor hours. We have to take labor hours. Yes, so. So multiply the rate per hour in each department with for machining with machine hours. Whereas for assembly and packing with what? Labor hours. Oh, so if you just multiply this, if I just multiply this, you will get overhead absorbed or recovered. Compare that with actual. Observed is 432 for machining, whereas actual is 390. Over absorbed 42,000. Then observed for assembly is 126, whereas incurred is 84. Over absorbed of 42,000. Then again for packing 150 absorbed, 135 incurred, 15,000 over absorbed. So totally over absorbed is 99,000. Clear? As per our recommendation, over absorption always. Clear? Oh, means as per these methods are the departments. Okay, guys. We're done with this. 10th question. 10th question. 10th question. It's okay. No ushu bushu. Someone is telling you shh. To sit and listen only tired. Chalo. When too many questions are there, we have to play around with the pages also. Chalo. Question number 10. Madam, last bench, madam. Sit, pay attention. Look here. A light engineering company. Okay, yesterday later. A light engineering factory fabricates machine parts for customer. Fabricates means manufactures. Rahul. The factory commenced fabrication of 12 numbers. Machine parts as per customer specifications. The expenditure incurred on the job for a week ending 31st August is tabulated below. What are those? Direct materials 780. Okay, guys, the data is for a week. Oh, okay. Direct material 780. Direct labor 20 hours at 15 rupees per hour 300. Machine facilities. Machine number 1 4 hours at 45 180. Machine number 2 6 hours at 65 390 570 total. Okay, so here total comes to 1650. Overheads at 8 per hour on 20 manual hours or man hours 160. Total cost comes to 1810. This is for a week. The overhead rate of 8 rupees per hour is based on 3000 man hours per week. Okay. Similarly, the machine hour rate are based on the normal working of machine number 1 and 2 for how many hours? 40 and 45. Maybe this is like a target. This is like a target. Have you actually worked for that many hours? No, sir. And please be careful. What they have given here is for the expenditure incurred on a job. Job for a week. Clear? Whatever year they would have given, maybe for 1 week, what is the target as a whole? As a whole, guys. Okay. Everything is given like per week only, but above whatever we read was for a job. But here, maybe this is for the entire factory. Okay, we repeat, guys. The overhead rate 8 rupees per hour, whatever they have calculated is here itself. It is based on what? 3000 man hours. Similarly, the machine hour rate are based on what? Normal working of machine number 1 and 2 of what? 40 hours and 45 hours per week. Okay. After the close of each week, the factory levies a supplementary rate for recovery of full overhead expenditure on the basis of actual hours worked during the week. During the week, again, data. Ending the 21st August, the total labor hours worked was 2400. But planned was how much, guys? 3000. And machine number 1 and 2 had worked for 30 and 32.5. But planned was 40 and 45 hours. Okay. Respectively. Prepare a cost sheet for the job for the fabrication of 12 numbers machine parts. Duly leaving what? Supplementary rate. Supplementary rate is similar to, guys, under absorption. Even in under absorption, we will use it due to normal reasons. Yes. Here they're straight away hitting on that. Straight away they are hitting on it. Guys, the question is on this. See, budgeted or whatever we have worked out the cost is based on this, sir. 3000 labor hours and even machines, whatever we have worked out here is based on how many hours? 40 hours and 45 hours. But we ended up working for less hours. We ended up working for less hours. Due to this, will there be any difference in cost? Yes. That is what we are supposed to adjust. So question number 10. So we'll straight away go to the solution 10. Yeah, 10. They are given submitting fabrication of 12 numbers machine parts, job number dash, date of commencement 16th August. Actually, commencement is not given, ending is given. They have only done reverse calculation. Okay. When they have not given, better leave it. You write date of completion or end. That is August 21st. Cost sheet for the week ending August 21st, guys. Oh. Direct materials they have given, direct labor they have given, take it. Machine number, guys, they have already given 4 hours into 45, 6 hours into 65. Take it as it is. 1650. Overheads 8 rupees per 20 hours. So how much? 160. Till here copy paste of question. Questions is copy pasted. Now from now it is important. From now it is important. Supplementary rates guys. Listen. Overheads budgeted is how much? 3000 man hours. That means for each hour 8 rupees. So totally budgeted cost is how much? 24,000. But here we have actually worked only for 2400 hours. That means we have to charge a rate of how much? 10. Because this 8 rupees was fixed based on 3000 hours. But we ended up working only for 2400 hours. So, guys, if I multiply this, what was the cost, sir? 24,000. Now, if 24,000 if I divided by actual hours work, what is the rate per 10 rupees? But we have observed how much only? 8 rupees. What is the shortage? 2 rupees. Now I am charging it. For 20 hours, 2 rupees per 2 rupees per hour. It is like under absorption, guys. Okay, I was supposed to observe 10 rupees, but I observed 8 rupees. What is the shortage? 2. Here they have used the word supplementary. Clear? Yes. So I am adding up that 40 rupees. I am adding up that 40 rupees. Okay. Supplementary is 2 rupees. How did you get it? 10 minus 8 per hour. Into how many hours? 20. Okay. Now coming to machine facilities, guys. Now, what is the rate for each hour? 45, 65. Okay, sir. Budgeted should be how many hours we should have worked? Machine 1, 40 hours. Machine 2 also, 40 hours. It is a paragraph given. I showed you just after the table. Clear up 3000 labor hours and machine 1, machine 2, how many hours? This was supposed to be worked. But actually we have worked for how many hours? 30 hours, 32.5 hours. That means actual rate per hour should be how much? 60, 80. Sir, how, sir? Simple. 1800 divided by 30. 2600 divided by 32.5. It should have been 60 and 80. But what we have charged is only 45, 65. So what is the shortage, guys? Supplementary rating. 60 minus 45, 15. 80 minus 65, 15. Hope you understood. Okay. We were supposed to charge 60, 80, but what we have charged is 45, 65, guys. So this shortage I am charging it now. 15, 15. How many hours? 4 hours, 6 hours. Same you take into whatever is the shortage. 15, 15. Which comes to 60, 19. Add up that. Add up all these three. 190. So what is my total cost now? 2000 guys. That is 1810 plus 190 plus 190. Clear? So you can mark star for this. Okay. This is the actually top items, nothing special. Copy paste guys. Copy paste. This is interesting. Clear? It is nothing but under absorption. I was supposed to charge more, but I have observed less. So difference I am charging now. Difference I am charging now, guys. Is it clear? Because we had planned for more hours, but we didn't work so much. So whatever we have worked only, we have to recover for that only? Yes, sir. Fine. 10th one done. 10th one done. Only few more left. Pay attention, pay attention. Don't lose the focus. Even I am feeling tired. Even I want break. But let us finish it. Only 2 more, I guess. 2 more plus 1 case scenario. Ashte. Chalo. Under absorption or over absorption. 11th one. ABC Limited manufacture a single product and observe the production overheads at a predetermined rate of 10 rupees per machine hour. At the end of current financial year, it has been found that actual production overheads incurred were 6 lakh. It included 45,000 on account of return of absolute store and 30,000 being the wages paid for strike period during an award. That means these two I should remove. Yes. So 45, 30, 75 you remove. So what is the net actual overhead incurred? 5,25,000. Okay. The production and sales data for the current year is as under. Finished goods 20,000. Work in progress 8,000. 50% complete. If I ask you equivalent units, it is 4,000. Okay. Now total equivalent units if I ask you 24. That is 20 plus 4. Sales finished goods 18,000. So closing stock of finished goods is 2,000. Sir, how did you get 2,000? 20 minus 80. 20 minus 18. Clear? Yes. So WAP equivalent units is 4,000. Sold units are 18,000. Closing stock of finished goods is 2,000. Okay, so next. The actual machine hours worked during the period were 48,000. It has been found that one third of the under absorption of production overheads was due to lack of production plan or not, and rest was attributable to normal increase in cost. Calculate the amount of under absorption of production overheads during the current year and show the accounting treatment of under absorption of production overheads. Number of questions we have found like this. So quickly we'll go through this. Yeah. Total production overhead actually incurred 6 lakh minus the special items 45 35, which comes to 75. So net production overhead actually incurred 5 lakh 25,000. Now observed is how much? How many hours we have worked? 48,000 hours. For each hour, what is the overhead? Predetermined overhead rate? 10 rupees. Observed is 480. Under absorption of 45,000. 45,000. Now divide it in based on the reason. Accounting treatment of under absorption of production overheads, guys. It is given in the statement of question that 20,000 units were completely finished and 8,000 units were 50% complete. One third of the under absorbed overheads were due to lack of production planning and rest were attributable to normal increase in cost. Okay. 33, that is 1 by 3 of 45,000 comes to 15,000. Of under-absorbed overheads were due to lack of production planning. This being abnormal should be debited to costing P&L account. They have written the amount also here. Oh, 15,000. Entry. Costing P&L account to under-absorption. Next one. Balance two-third of 45,000, which comes to 30,000 of under-absorbed overheads should be distributed over work in progress, finished goods, and cost of sales by using supplementary rate, guys, which is 30,000. They have also shown the total 45. This is not mandate. Anyway, you written it in the word zone. Oh. Apportionment of unobserved overheads of 30,000 over work in progress, finished goods, and cost of sales. Guys, refer to working note. Equivalent units is how much? For WAP 4,000, finished goods, which is 20,000. Total comes to 24. So this is 20 plus 4. 20 plus 4. So supplementary rate comes to 1.25. How much we have to charge to work in progress? Please take equivalent units, not the full. Equivalent only into 1.25. Why so? Because we have calculated the supplementary rate per equivalent units. So equivalent unit is 4,000, take that only into 1.25. Finished goods 2,000 into 1.25. That is closing stock of finished goods. Better mention properly. Cost of sales it is 18,000 into 1.25. Total comes to 30,000. If we have to write the journal entry would be work in progress account debit 5,000. Closing stock of finished goods account debit 2,500. Cost of sales account debit 22,500. To under absorption 30,000. To under absorption 30,000. Wow. That's 12th. 12th question. A Limited manufacture two products, A and B. The manufacturing division consists of two production departments, P1 and P2, and two service departments, S1 and S2. Budgeted overhead rates are used in production department to observe factory overheads to the products. The rate of department P1 is based on direct machine hours, while the rate of P2 is based on what? Direct labor hours. So P1 is observed based on machine hours, whereas P2, whatever is the factory overhead, we are observing based on labor hours. In applying overheads, the predetermined rates are multiplied by actual hours. We know that. For allocating the service department cost to production department, the basis adopted is as follows. Cost of department S1 to P1, P2 equal. Cost of department S2 to P1, P2 in the ratio of 2:1 respectively. That means direct apportionment. Direct apportionment, no reciprocal. Okay. Only service department cost to production. The following budgeted and actual data are available. Annual profit plan data. Factory overhead budgeted for the year. P1, P2, S1, S2. All the things already given. Means almost primary distribution is already done, guys. Budgeted output in units. Budgeted. This is budgeted data. Please be careful. Product A 50, B 30. Budgeted raw material cost per unit. Product A 120, product B 150 per unit. Budgeted time required for production per unit. Department P, product A 1.5 machine hours and product B 1 machine hour for each and every unit. Department P2, product A 2 direct labor hours, product B 2.5 direct labor hours. Average wage rates budgeted in Department P2 are product A 72 rupees per hour and product B 75 rupees per hour. All material are used in P1 only. So material cost has to be going to only P1. Actual data for the month of July 2022 is units actually produced. Product A 4,000, product B 3,000. Guys, from here, what is that? Actual data. Actual data. Actual direct machine hours worked in P1 on product A 6,100, product B 4,150. Actual direct labor hours worked in P2 on product A 8,200 hours, product B 7,400 hours. Cost actually incurred, product A, product B. Raw material, wages, overhead, P1, P2. Actual cost is given. P1, P2, S1, S2, both is given. P1, P2, S1, S2. You are required to compute the predetermined overhead rate for each production department. Prepare a performance report for July that will reflect the budgeted cost as well as actual costs. Clear? Yes. So let us. Yes. Last. Computation of predetermined overhead rate for each production department from budgeted data. P1, P2, S1, S2. Budgeted factory overhead for the year they have given totally. Yes, sir. For each of the department is given. Take it. Then allocation of service department S1's cost has to production department P1 and P2 equally. So S1 cost I will divide 3 lakh 3 lakh equally. Okay, sir. Now coming to S2 cost. How much is the S2 cost? 4 lakh 50. In what ratio? 2:1. So 3 lakh 1 lakh 50. Aste, game over. Secondary distribution done. At the end of secondary distribution, we have cost only for production department. Okay, sir. Budgeted machine hours we have to calculate for department 1, whereas labor hours for department 2. Because we have to determine what? Predetermined overhead rate cuts. So working note 1. Working note 1. Listen. Budgeted output in units. Budgeted. The first data, whatever is given is budgeted, guys. Okay. 50,000, 30,000. For each unit, what is the machine hour required, guys? 1.5 and 1 hour. Multiply it. 50,000 into 1.5. 30,000 into 1 hour. It is given how many machine hour and labor hour is required for each unit of output. Multiply. So what is the machine hours? 75 and 30. Coming to labor hours. For each unit of output, how much labor hour is required? 2 hours and 2.5 hours. Multiply that with budgeted output. So what is the budgeted labor hours? 1 lakh and 75,000. Means to produce the budgeted output, we wanted so many labor hours and so many machine hours. So 1 lakh 5 and 175. Take 1 lakh 5, 1 lakh 75. Divide each other. 31 lakh 50,000 by 1 lakh 5,000. Labor hour, sorry, machine hour. Machine hour rate is 30. Coming to another P2 department. P2. 26 lakh 25,000 divided by 1 lakh 75,000. You will get labor hour rate 15 rupees. 50 rupees, guys. First part done. First part done. Coming to the second part. They have asked us to prepare performance report, guys. When 4,000 and 3,000 units of product A and B respectively were actually produced. Means actual output. Okay. Raw material used, guys. 4,000 into 120. Okay. Actual cost is anyway given. Take it. 489, 456. Is it given, guys? Straight away. One second. 489, 456. I will just show you. Just a minute. You also keep turning the pages and cross-checking, because now you will feel like, sir, everything understood, because you should know from where the figures have come from. You can see 489, 456. Even wages, take actual. Clear? Even P1, P2. Actual, is it given? S1, S2? Yes, sir. Clear? Yes. All the actuals are given. And what is the actual output, guys? 4,000 and 3,000. 4,000 and 3,000. Okay. For actual column, silence. Take actual, guys. Take actual. No confusion at all there. Whatever is already given in the question, copy paste. Okay. Coming to budgeted, guys. Budgeted. Now we have to convert it for actual. See, when we are comparing both should be for common base. Yes, sir. They have given what is the raw material cost per each unit. They have given, multiply it with actual output is how much? 4,000 for A, 3,000 for B. Please multiply, because guys, when we are comparing, both should be for a common base. Budgeted output was different. So can I straight away take budgeted cost here? No. Convert budgeted cost for what? Actual output. Compare that with actual cost. Why? Simple logic being, guys, actual cost is for actual output or budgeted output? Actual output. Now even write budgeted for actual output. Now is it easy for me to compare? Yes. What I was supposed to incur, what I have actually incurred. What I was supposed to incur, what I have actually incurred. Hope you guys are getting it. Clear? Now guys, if you straight away compare whatever budgeted cost is given in the question with actual, definitely there will be a difference. What is the main reason? Sir, outputs are different, sir. Budget output is different, actual output is different. So now let us first convert all the budgeted cost for what? Actual output. Then compare what is the budgeted cost I should have incurred. Then what I have actually incurred. What I have actually incurred. Oh, direct labor cost on the basis of labor hours worked. How many labor hours worked, guys? 4,000 for each hour. Sorry, for each unit. How many hours I should have worked? 2 hours. And for each unit of B, how many hours I should have worked? 2.5. Sir, where is it given, sir? And here 72 and 75. Where is it given? Just a minute. Just a minute. I will show. See. Above the actual data. Above the actual data, guys, silence. For each unit of A, how much we require? 2 hours. For each unit of B, 2.5 hours. What is the payment? Standard 72 and 75. This is what we are using. But for everything for actual output. Now, actual output is how much? 4,000. For producing 4,000 units, how many hours of labor was required? 4 into 2. And for that, each hour, what is the payment? 70. Same way for product B. How many units I have produced? 3,000. How many hours I was supposed to work? Into 2.5. For each hour, what is the payment? 7.75. 75. Okay. Yeah. Understood till here? Understood till here, guys? You understood how we derived this figure, which is shown here. Whereas this figure is straight away taken whatever is given in the question. Whatever is given in the question. Okay. Overhead observed on machine hour basis in department P1. Department P1. Now, coming to this first I will explain. 4,000 units. For each unit, what is the overhead machine hours? 1.5. What is the machine hour rate? We have calculated here. 30 rupees. 30 rupees. Yes, sir. Coming to labor also. Sir, sorry, this is P1. Na? Okay. For product B, 3,000 units are produced. For each unit, how many machine hours is required, sir? 1 hour. For each hour, what is the rate, sir? 30 rupees, 90,000. Hope you understood this part. Then coming to P2. For each unit of A, how many labor hours we require? 2. For each labor hour, what is the rate? 15. Where did you get it, sir? First calculation. 15. 15 based on the budgeted. Yes, sir. Even for B, it is like that. 3,000 units we have produced. For each unit, what is the labor hour required? 2.5. What is the labor hour rate? 15. So you will get straight away your labor hours into labor hour rate. 15. You will get 1,12,500. This figures I have explained. Sir, what about actual figures? Should I take actual figures only? No. For overheads, don't take actual. Sir, for material labor, should I take actual? Yes. For overheads now, I will show it. I will show it, guys. Yeah, please pay attention. Last adjustment. Actual output is 4,000 and 3,000. Yes. Actual machine hours utilized in P1 is how much? 6,100, 4,150. Actual labor hours utilized in P2 is how much? 8,200, 7,400. Totals is given here. Totals is given here. Sir, where did you get these numbers from? Where did you get this numbers from? Whether you ask or not, I will show it. Here. Actual. Actual is given here, guys. Clear? Actually, how many machine hours is work? How many labor hours is work? Because there is budgeted or actual or everything you will get confused. So it is my duty to show each and everything. In the solution, when plus or minus everything you will understand. But from where did we take this, sir? That is very important. Clear? Yes. Sure. Come back. Okay. This part we understood. Now using this, what do we do? What do we do? Guys, actual factory overhead for the month of July is how much? Actual figure. P1, P2, S1, S2. Is given now? Yes, sir. Now S2 is also having cost. Yes, I have to reapportion it. Yes. Now S1 cost I am apportioning equally between P1 P2. Whereas S2 cost equally, sorry, not equally, 2 is to 1 in the ratio of 2 is to 1 for P1 and P2. Okay, sir. At the end of secondary distribution, we have cost only for P1 P2. Yes, sir. 293 and 250. Now coming to actual machine hours in department P1 is how much? 10,250. Labor hours 15,600. This total is taken. Previous working total. Okay, so now what is the machine hour rate, guys? 2,93,000 divided by 10,250. What is labor hour rate for P2? 2,50,000 divided by 15,600. You will get 16.02. Are this the actual or budgeted? Actual. Actual calculations. Clear? Guys, you may ask me, sir, material and labor you took directly what was given in the question. Why not overheads, sir? Overheads was given for service department also. We have to reapportion service department cost to production department? Yes, sir. Because at the end, if I want to calculate what is the overhead cost per unit or per hour, I should have it only for production department. I should have it only for production department, guys. Okay, we got the machine hour rate and labor hour rate. Last page, I am seeing, I am observing. Okay, bring it to the main answer. Bring it to the main answer. Is there one more working note for it? 1 second. Oh, here it is. Oh, using these rates, we have calculated what are the things. What is the machine hours worked in P1? 6,100 hours on A product and 4,150 on B product. So what is the rate we have got? 29.59. Multiply. Multiply. You will get what is the P1 department cost for A and B. Now coming to P2 department. P2. What is the labor hours work? Guys, for P2 labor hours. Okay, now? Yes. What we have got is 16.02. For what? Per labor. So take how many labor hours? Is it given in the question, sir? Yes. I showed you just few minutes back. Yes. So take labor hours, multiply with labor hour rate. You will get for product A, product B. Got it? Take it to the main answer. Take it to the main answer. Yes, these are the figures what we have got in the working note. Refer to the working note 4 and 5. So total cost comes to this much, guys. Total cost, or you can write factory cost. Factory cost. Is that clear? Is that clear? Last question, guys. That is case scenario. We'll discuss. We'll discuss. Last question. We'll quickly do it. Come to case scenario. We have done so much. Sir, little extra push will finish. Make us finish. Come on. We're at the end. During half-year ending interdepartmental review meeting of P Limited, cost variance report was discussed and the performance of the departments were assessed. The following figures were presented. For a period of first 6 months, okay, 6 months data of the financial year, following information were extracted from the books. Actual production over 34 lakh 8,000. The above amount is inclusive of following payments made. Paid as per court order, maybe compensation to workers or employees, okay, which is not recurring in nature. Expenses of previous year booked in the current year. Paid to workers for a strike period under an award. Absolute score written off. All this, what should I do, guys? Deducting. Okay, so production and sales data for the 6 months are as under. Finished goods 1,10,000. Work in progress 80,000. 50% complete. Equivalent. Hello, equivalent 40,000. Okay, what is the total equivalent units? 110 plus 40. 150. 1,50,000 units. Finished goods is 90. That means out of 110, 90 is sold. Remaining 20 is what? Closing stock of finished goods. Machine worked during the period was 3,000 hours. At the of preparation, sentence missing. Okay. Of revenue budget at the time of maybe it was estimated that a total of 50 lakh 40,000 would be required for budgeted machine hours of 6,000 as production overhead for the entire year. Guys, come on. If I ask you machine hour rate, 50 lakh 40,000 divided by 6,000. Divided by 6,000. 50 lakh, let me do it here. 50 lakh 40,000 budgeted factory overhead divided by budgeted machine hours 6,000. 840. Okay, sir. During the meeting, a data analytic report revealed that 40% of the over or under absorption was due to defective production policies, and the balance was attributable to increase in cost. Okay, 40% is due to what, guys? Abnormal. Remaining 60% is due to normal. You were also present at the meeting. The chairperson of the meeting has asked you to be ready with the following for the performance appraisal of the departmental heads. Let us be ready. Let us be ready. How much was the budgeted machine hour rate used to recover the overheads? How much is that, guys? 840. I have already shown you. 50 lakh 40,000 divided by 6,000. Divided by 6,000. That is this paragraph data, guys. Clear? Because predetermined overhead rate will always be worked out based on what? Budgeted. Budgeted. Because predetermined overhead rate is calculated at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year. Uma Maheshwari. Calculated at the beginning or at the end? Beginning. So beginning, do we have actual data or budgeted data? Budgeted data. How much amount of production overhead has been recovered, that is observed up to the end of half year period? 840 is per hour. How much hours is work? 3,000 hours. So 3,000 into 840 into 840. 840. 25 lakh 20,000. 25 lakh 20,000. Okay, sir. What is the amount of overhead under or over? Clear? Guys, listen. Amir Khan. What you should do? 34 lakh 8,000. Deduct all of this minus whatever is observed. Whatever is observed. I will just show you because amounts we need not spend time on calculating. Anyway, they would have given suggested answer. We straight away go and refer to that. Listen next. What is the actual production already incurred? 34 lakh 8,000. In that, what is that extraordinary items, special items? Remove all those things. 4 lakh 50, 1 lakh 420, 36. 10 lakh 6,000 totally. What is the net production already incurred? 24 lakh 2,000. What is observed? 25 lakh 20,000, which we already computed. Over or under? Over. Observed is more than incurred. So, over absorption of 1 lakh 18,000. Over absorption of 1 lakh 18. Let me analyze next step also. Sir, how much is due to? Abnormal reason, 40%. So, how much will it to P&L account? 47 200. What is the entry? Over absorption to costing P&L. Sir, we are used to under row, under row, under row. So same journal entry will mug up. No, this is over. So what is the entry? Over absorption to costing P&L account amounting to 47,200. Remaining is how much, guys? 70,800. What is the supplementary rate here? Equivalent units you have to use as a denominator. 1,10,000 output. Out of that, few things are sold, a few is closing stock. Leave it. What total produced is how much? 1,10,000. Then WIP is 40,000 equivalent. 40,000 equivalent. Okay. So total is how much? 150. So it comes to 0.472. Now we need to do the apportionment. How much for work in progress? 40,000 into 0.472. 18,880. Finished goods, 20,000 into, that is closing stock of finished goods. 20,000 into 0.472, which comes to 9,440. Then cost of sales, 90,000 into 0.472, which is 42,480. Total comes to 70,800, which we have got here. 70,800. What else they must? Move. Yeah. What is the amount of overhead under or over absorbed? How much was the amount, guys? 1 lakh 18,000 over absorbed. Look at the beauty. They have given same amount with under also. Sure, plus to minus here and there will give you another opposite answer. You will feel like when you get wrong answer, especially, it will be there in the option. And you will feel like what you have done is correct one. Why? It is there in the option. It will happen. Trust me, it will happen. Because even paper setter will know where you will go wrong. Okay, plus or minus something what you would have done, and that one of the option you would have kept. One of the option, and we will gain the trust. What I have answered, what I have got, if it is there in the option, non-murder pakka. What I have done is correct. So please be careful with it, guys. No, because normally when the question MCQ question is on under or over absorption, they will give both same amount, both the ways. Okay, what is the supplementary rate? 472. We have already done. What is the amount of over or under absorbed? Overhead apportioned to work in progress. Only WAP. How much it was? 18,880. Actually, in the working they have shown for all. But you guys, when the question is only on WAP, only work out that. Only work out that. How is that, sir? 40,000 into 0 point. 0.472, guys. 18,000 880. That is the answer here. That is the answer, guys. So finally, we are done with the discussion of questions from ICI material. Thanks to ICI for giving so much questions. Clear? Yes. Now you are all the way. You are ready, guys. Is that clear? See, we almost take 2.5 hours. If I had asked you, can we take break at 1 hour or 1.5 hour? Maybe you would have told yes. Sir, so many questions. But with or without knowledge, we are pushed. Correct, no, Rahul? ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. We should do it ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, so we should focus and make sure that guys, this happens even in your preparation stage when you are studying. You studied for maybe half an hour, 1 hour. You will feel like, let me watch mobile for 5 minutes. Anta. You will end up spending more time there. Clear? Try to push another 10 minutes, another 15 minutes. One more topic, let me finish. It will happen. Clear? Maybe from 3 hours, you cannot straight away go to 18 hours. Maybe 10, 15 minutes, half an hour every day extra. That will always give you something advantage, guys. Okay, that half an hour every day. Because I have seen students just failing by 5 marks, 3 marks. Last batch only your seniors you ask, they have flunked by maybe 3 marks, 5 marks, 6 marks. How many days it would have taken them? To get that extra 5 marks, how many days it would have taken? Maybe 1 or 2 days? Yes. It is not like they didn't hard work. They have done. Maybe not sufficient. Not sufficient. Under preparation maybe. Clear? Because we have to meet that ICS standards. I have seen students, sir, I have scored 95, 98, 99 in my plus 2. But I couldn't clear my CA because completely different standards. Completely different standard. CA is the all India level exam, toughest course in commerce stream. So if you want to crack it, you have to be prepared for it. Don't go with the same mindset of what you had for other exams, guys. It's very good if you have scored good in your past, but don't carry the same attitude here. Clear? So the questions what they ask here will not be straightforward, direct. You are already understood. Sir, 4 chapters we have done. Everything may not be like as you thought. Here and there, some twist would be there. Please be prepared for it. Don't go in the exam hall, see the question and get shocked. Oh, yo, anta. Let me come back in next attempt. Because some people will tell, see and come again. Anta. Clear? Don't consider like that. So with this, we'll take a break. Take a break.